Be sure to tune into this week's weekly video fishing forecast. We have a preview of the best in showcase for ICAST 2025 that we were at last week. Jenny has another open boat episode as well, and we have reports and a lot of events around the island coming up this weekend.
The ultimate fishing authority in the Northeast, the Fisherman magazine.
New Explore Series fish finders keep you locked on fish with unbeatable clarity, best-in-class imaging options, and a stunning ultra-bright HD screen. There's more to explore, only with Humminbird. We're down here at the Harbor Crab, located in Patchogue. You may have seen these guys in our Dock Dine section in the magazine. You can get here either by car, that's 116 Division Avenue in Patchogue, or the end of the Patchogue River in Patchogue. These guys are known for their great food and especially their great seafood, and I hear they have a great lobster roll. Stay tuned to the end of this video. We are going to check it out. I just got back from ICAST last week. We want to show you a quick preview of what you should expect to see that we recovered from ICAST in the coming future. Check it out. We are here at ICAST 2025. Lots of new products out, including a lot of new rods, a lot of stuff you could see at your tackle shop in the future, and we're going to be covering it all. Stay tuned. A lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to mess around with this. Really nice.
You guys are in for a real treat here. Of course, the fish catchers this year are real eye catchers, and we're covering all of them at ICAST to show you guys what the fish are going to be biting coming into this year. Let's catch them up.
Another thing that we're seeing a lot of this year at ICAST is innovations in personal watercraft. We've got all this stuff here where now we got like SUPs that are also kayaks that are also dealing with the problems where like things are falling off your kayak. We also got these jet drive kayaks. That's going to be something I can't even hardly imagine what that would be like. And then we even got this lily pad thing over here, which is kind of a mind-blowing thing, but you never know what you're going to see at ICAST. And we're looking forward to showing you guys all this new stuff that they're innovating this year. Check it out.
So join Jenny, Matt, Dave, and I as we come to you with all the latest products, some new stuff, some old stuff that's new again. And for, I'd say the next year, at least into 2026, we're going to give you 2 new products a week to share with you the stuff that's coming out now in 2025 and the stuff that you can expect in 2026 from the world of tackle manufacturing here at ICAST 2025.
Every year ICAST has a Best in Show winner. We were lucky enough to capture the video of the Best in Show winner, FluxJet Kayaks. Dave Anderson actually interviewed one of the founders of the company. Really cool, innovative kayak. Check out the full video by visiting either our website or our YouTube page. Click on the link in the upper right-hand corner to check out the whole thing. The fisherman Jenie Ackerman also joined us at ICAST. She shares some of her thoughts and opinions on some of the tackle and gear she came across. Jenny.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's Open Boat. It's your lucky day because I literally snuck my camera into ICAST 2025 down here in Florida, and we're gonna check out some lures at the new product showcase, and I'm gonna pick some of my favorites that I'll definitely be using this coming season, so stay tuned. So the first lure that caught my eye is by Yozuri. It's their Pro Series glide bait, and I know a lot of you guys are finding these really popular for striper fishing up on the Northeast. And I like this, of course, it's a nice little paint job and everything too, really holographic, really eye-catching, and it has that rubber tail too, so it won't get mangled. And it retails for $24.99, which is really nice too. Also, we did the nails for ICAST, so we have fish nails. Let's see what else we have in store.
So one of the things that we see here at ICAST is we see stuff that we've never seen before. And I don't do a lot of trolling, but as soon as I saw this thing, I was like, what the heck is that thing? And then I started to look a little more closely, and my plug building mind started to work. And look at this thing. You can take a dead bunker, right? You pick this thing up, stick the whole fish in there, and then just impale that through the thing's skull. You put a hook on here, and now you're gonna troll this behind your boat. You probably could do it even behind a kayak with one of the smaller ones. And I mean, you're going to take a dead fish, you're going to bring it to life. I think it's a really innovative idea, and I voted for it at the showcase.
Very happy to see these guys in the new product showcase. We have my friends at Q8 Superbait with their giant 6-inch grubs, and if you guys have watched my recent open boats, you saw that I've been using these for fluke fishing, and they crush 10 times more strikes. Smells alive, tastes alive, and you know the fluke love them, so now we have one to pair with your bucktail if you're pitching up current. We have the smaller size, and now we have the biggies for big doormats, so definitely check these guys out. So now we're moving into a section that I am new to, but I am highly fascinated in, fly fishing. As you guys know from previous open boats, I'm getting into fly fishing, and I have to say I love it. So we're gonna highlight some of the stuff that they have here at ICAST for fly fishing. Something really nice that I appreciate being seen at these fishing shows is going down to the nitty-gritty of all the tying materials. Like we have a ton of nice fly tying materials. You have vices here at the new product showcase. Really nice to see the nitty-gritty of how it's made and new products being showcased on how to innovate making certain flies. So I love to see that. So this is really interesting by Fly Time Fishing. This is a patented quick disconnect system coupled with a slim, easy to use pre-tied leader storage system. Enables you to enjoy more fishing time and less time rigging. And if you fly fish, you know that sometimes rigging, especially with those thinner leaders, can take longer periods of time. And you even have some samples in there for you. So now we're inside of the ICAST main section, and I'm gonna hit up some booths and show you guys some products that I like from brands you all know and love. And let's get into it.
Loose, you see, coming, move it slow, you can do it fast, you can leave it on the drop, it's very fast.
What's up guys, Seth Fighter, live at ICAST from the Rampolla booth. Got the clap tail, it's a plopper style bait from Rampolla. It's got a metal blade that hits a smaller metal blade that gives it a distinct clicking noise, calls those fish up in dirty water from deeper water. Really cool, different bait, plopper style bait. Also has a swivel hook hanger, so when you do get a bite and hook those fish, they're more likely to stay on, get them in the boat. Comes in a handful of really good colors, and yeah, just a new, different plopper style bait from Rampolla.
So this is really cool, guys. Instead of fishing coloring books to get your kids into fishing, how about you have them create a lure, paint their own, and catch fish on their lure. And it won the new product showcase. And look at all these awesome samples from talented little anglers catching fish on lures that they made. So we had to make a pit stop here at Q8. My friends over here, they have new stuff like this pig paddle tail, honestly, for stripers, the new HP shrimps for flukes too. But look at all the products that they carry. Those big curlies you can see for halibut in Alaska. And then we have hyper alive eggs for if you want to use salmon eggs instead of killing off those females. To get their eggs, you use the imitations that catch just as many fish too. So that was a very quick run through of ICAST 2025, just giving you a little tease of what's to be seen featured in the Fisherman magazine for many, many, many weeks to come. I know my editors and I, we were running around getting our step counts up, meeting with a ton of companies and filming new product showcases with all of them. So stay tuned for the e-newsletters, which come out twice a week, which will soon be featuring those ICAST Spotlight Review product videos.
We do have a preview of the digital edition of the Fisherman magazine that came out on Monday of this week. Let's get right into it. Starting off with our SurfCon, we have plug bag workhorses, Part 4, metal whips. Inshore column, pro tips for plugging rocky areas. Our offshore column, popping yellowfin. And we also have a photo gallery that features some mid-summer fluking. And you get access to all these digital issues of the Fisherman magazine, plus the monthly print edition of the Fisherman magazine, and all the website content for just $31.95 a year. It's a ton of content. It's totally worth it. So go up to the website, sign up, become a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine.
At the edge of Long Island, where the ocean meets tradition, Montauk Anglers Club can be your boat's home and your gateway to legendary fishing. Whether you're a pro or just casting your first line, this is where memories are made. Join Montauk Anglers Club, where the catch of the day is just the beginning. Or go to montaukanglersclub.com for more information.
We've got a whole slew of events coming up this week around the island. Let's get right into them. Starting off, we have the Bayshore Fish and Hunt first annual, that's right, the first annual fluke fishing tournament. That is on July 26th, this Saturday. Go support those guys. They're doing a really good job over there. They have a really good venue. Food truck, barbecue, great tackle shop. Sign up for the tournament. Should be a good one because the fluking is doing really good right now. Also on the 26th is the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers Take a Vet fishing event. And again, on the 26th is the Staten Island Pink Ribbon Fluke Fishing Tournament. Then on July 31st is a Town of Islip Public Freshwater Clinic. And we also have a Youth Snapper Derby. That's the Captree State Park Youth Snapper Derby on the 16th and 17th of August. And also on August 16th, we have the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers 3rd Annual Chet Wilcox Memorial Fluke Tournament. Then there's the Corey Beach Crabbing and Snapper Fishing Clinic on the 21st of August. And then we also have the 27th Annual Snapper Derby. That's the Lindenhurst Village Marina Snapper Derby on the 23rd of August. For all the details on these events just mentioned and more events from the Fisherman magazine, visit thefisherman.com.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Let's get the latest standings on the Coastal Kayak Clash and the Dreamboat Challenge.
It's July 24th, and here are the entries for the Fisherman's Dreamboat Fishing Contest. We have Long Island subscriber Dan Solomon from South Setauket bringing in his second entry to the challenge with a porgy of 2.19 pounds weight in at Miller Place Bait and Tackle, putting Dan 10th in the porgy category. Next is Mike Zullo, Long Island subscriber from Massapequa, with the first sea bass on the board at 4.43 pounds weight in at South Shore Marine Supply. With Dan's 10th place porgy, it changes the leaderboard this week to Rashawn Williams still at first with 17 points, Jeffrey Harrison taking second with 17 points, and Tom Luciano taking third at 16 points. Are you the best angler in the Northeast? Well, now is your chance to prove it. The Fisherman's Dreamboat Contest is back. Win this Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha along with these other great prizes. Fish hard and weigh in as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. What's the catch? You must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. All it takes is one fish on the board to win a great prize, so however you fish, you have a shot. For all the details and official rules, visit thefisherman.com.
It was a bit of a slower week in the Coastal Kayak Clash, but we had two really nice fish hit the board. The first one is a 26-inch fluke entered by David Kim, caught down in New Jersey. That is holding second place right now in the fluke category. And then Rotha Nong caught a 48.75-inch striped bass, which now holds second place in the striped bass category, and that shook things up a little bit at the top of the leaderboard. We now have Dustin Stevens still holding first place with 9 points. Tom Hood is in second place with 6 points, and Rotha Nong knocked off Todd Trions with his 48.75-inch striper, now holding third place with 5 total points.
Hey kayakers, the Fisherman's Coastal Kayak Clash contest is back. Win this fully outfitted Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak from Yak Attack along with other great prizes. Catch and release as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. To enter, you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine, fish from a kayak, and document your catch. Many chances to win great prizes, so get out there on the water now and fish hard. To be part of the action, you must be a subscriber and register at thefisherman.com.
And when it comes to our Fisherman magazine contests and challenges, please read the rules carefully and fill out your forms completely. Now let's go around the map and see what I've been hearing. Starting off on the west end of the island, Brian Jones checked in with a pair of big fluke. Caught them on a Spro bucktail, fish bites combo at the Meadowbrook Bridge on the incoming tide. Nice fish, Brian. Moving on to the South Shore. Tom Buck, we have Orient Star and his wife Jen, daughters Stella and Michaela. They get on some real nice fish caught on Jeff Rocco's charter boat, Aquilina 2 out of Center Mauritius. Tom's fish was 7.5 pounds and Jen's was 7.25. On consecutive drifts as well, they were 25 3/4 inches and 25 1/4 inches. David Strickwe, he said fishing is great off the beach right now on the Central South Shore. His son and him, they had 4 keeper fluke, and get this, they caught all 4 keepers on sand fleas. It's free bait, you can get it off your local beach if you go digging around for them. He said he caught that right after the full moon. Tom Healig, he sent in a personal best striper, caught it on a modified cotton cordell redfin with the belly hook only and the tail flag. Said the fish measured out at 50 inches. Didn't have a weight on it because his boga only goes to 30 pounds, but he said it was somewhere in the realm of 45 to 55 pounds caught in the South Shore Bay. Still some nice stripers around. You guys should get out there and put some effort in. Then also, got a report for you guys from myself. I fished Mauritius Bay over the weekend. Had some great fluke action. Had about 20 to 25 short fluke. Also had 2 keeper-sized fluke, about 22 inches each. Caught the fish all on Spro bucktails. Had some fish on jig heads tipped with fish bites. Miscellaneous kinds of gulp. I had them on swimming mullets, grubs, jerk shads, but the fish bites did catch some of the bigger fluke. I was tipping some of my baits with some fresh spearing as well. Had fish all over the bay. The West Cut, Coast Guard Station, back behind the inlet, up in Harts Cove. There are fluke all over the bay. It seemed at the top of the tide was the best time to fish for these fish. End of the incoming, beginning of the outgoing, the action was the best. And my fluke came back to back as well, as I mentioned earlier. Consecutive nice fish in a row. I had those 2 nice fish right back to back. Again, fluke fishing has been very good, but you want to stick it out and get that best part of the tide to get those better fish that are around. And if you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. I will try and get your photo into the weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine for a feature. Now let's check in with our meteorologist, Rich Von Ohlen, with his weather and fishing report brought to you by Premium Bucktails. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So we got out the last week or so in the ocean on a nice day. I think it was about Wednesday. And, well, we found the bait around East Rockaway Inlet, but we didn't score on any cobia or any sharks. Yeah, we found some cow-nose rays. These things are all over the place. If you're out fluking, fishing, and your rod doubles over and takes off from screen, it's probably one of these guys. They're all over the place taking some baits. Just be aware of that. And then speaking of baits, we've got the bunker out there. A little comparison here. The smaller bunker this year, around 8 inches, and then we've got the threadfin herring in between. The bunker kind of splash around pretty good, and the threadfin herring are kind of like almost like rain bait on top of the water. It looks pretty tempting when you cast at them. You can snag them both, but haven't been scoring too well on the cobia. Hopefully this week we'll get out again and try to get something out there between East Rockaway and Jones Inlet. But water temps are right, mid to upper 70s. Plenty of good warm water for that. It's going to be hot again on Friday. It's an okay day to fish. I think midday afternoon we have to watch the skies for a late day thunderstorm that could pop through. Saturday, probably your best bet to get out in terms of temperature, in terms of wind, in terms of no showers and thunderstorms, because Sunday another front comes in, a little gusty southwest wind that could be a shower storm in the afternoon. Wave heights, not bad. Saturday, probably your pick to go in the ocean. Better day for that. And on Sunday, it gets a little bit dicey in the ocean with a hard southwesterly breeze. Again, that chance of a late day storm. Saturday, it's kind of warm and humid, 70s, low to mid 80s. Maybe not as hot on Sunday, but still kind of humid. One of my go-to sites, the Wind Guru. Friday looks okay, southwest, maybe a late start, midday afternoon looks good. Saturday, probably your best bet, northeast going southeast in the afternoon. Again, no chance of big rain there, but Sunday, got a southwest breeze and a chance of thunderstorms coming in again in the afternoon. So a little caution on Friday just because of those late day thunderstorms that could pop through. If you're fishing before 2 p.m., you should be good. Saturday, most of the day looks okay. I mean, not perfect, but okay. And then Sunday, just be careful. Southwest breeze, a little choppy with a late day storm. You can check my forecast. It's on YouTube and Facebook called Weather Express. I update that pretty frequently. And if you're out this weekend, enjoy, stay cool, catch them up. Be safe as always, and have a great weekend. Matt, back to you.
In the famed waters of Panama awaits a fishing experience like no other. Tropic Star Lodge welcomes anglers to get in on world-famous fishing action. Plan your perfect trip today. Tropic Star Lodge, the ultimate in fishing adventures for more than 60 years.
From the Shinnecock area, we have Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Similar fishing patterns still going on. We got those tuna from anywhere from 10 miles all the way out to the canyon. Some real nice big eyes out in the canyon, some big yellowfins. Some of those yellowfins are coming in a bit closer, mixing in with the smaller to mid-sized bluefin that have been on some of the spots that are a little bit closer in. Joe LaForest, Jodine Fishing Charters out of Shinnecock got into them. Buddy Dave Dillmeyer and his boys were fishing on Stella Outfitters charters and got into some. So everyone's getting some really nice tuna fishing. So hopefully that'll keep up for a while. There's a lot of bunker around, so a number of people have been working some of the pods off the beach and have gotten into some hammerheads, a couple of brown sharks, not too many bass really around. There are some bluefish, an incredible amount of, at least what I've seen by some of the people posting drone footage, a lot of stingrays, a lot of cow nose rays around, and obviously a lot of porpoises, other mammals that are following those big bunker pods. Fluke fishing, really good. Still have some fish back in the bay, shockingly, even with these really high water temps, as well as out in the ocean. And the keeper to short ratio is definitely improving. So that's encouraging. Sea bass and porgies going strong on the reefs and wrecks. So definitely time to be out there and go fishing. So, all right, let us know how you do. Leave a comment below, reach out on social media, and I'll talk to you next week. Back to you, Matt.
From the Northport area, the Cow Harbor Baits and Tackle Report.
Hey folks, great to be back with you this week. The weather has been so crazy, and I know I say that quite a bit because it's true. We're getting these really hot, almost feels like Florida type weather on the North Shore. But if you notice, there's these heavy thunderstorms will be along the Connecticut area, and here on the island, we will not get that. It will just be a quick passing storm. Sometimes it's fast, and then it's beautiful weather conditions again. So it's really a lot of fun to get out there. Hey, I just want to thank my buddy Mark Whiteman for this Huntington Anglers appreciation plaque. We do a lot of weigh-ins for them and in a great club locally. If you're in the Huntington, Centerport, Northport area and you want to join the club, try out Huntington Anglers. You can always call the shop for more information. As far as the fishing goes, we're seeing the kids' summer camps. Got that going on. Just so wonderful to see a lot of these young people being introduced to the fishing, and there's a whole lot to do up here. We're still seeing like weak fish, although they're on the smaller side. Plenty of porgies. This week I went out and my porgies were rather on the smaller side than when I saw them on the moon. There's a small fluke. I keep saying small. There's a lot of small stuff out there. The only thing that is not small is these striped bass. We're still getting so much striped bass action. It's incredible. You're going to see them. Sometimes they're on the end of the tide just when it switches over and they push. The anchovies seem to be a prevalent bait for us locally right now. So you want to match the hatch, some of these smaller areas, but then turn around, you throw some big plugs, big metal lip, big top water, and the larger fish come up and just crash it. It's really a lot of fun. We're also seeing bluefish everywhere. Off the docks have got plenty to do, whether it's, like I said, croaker, spot, porgy, fluke, small bluefish, striped bass. You got to watch in the harbor right now, locally in the Oyster Bay and all the way back Cold Spring Harbor, Centerport, Huntington, Stony Brook, Nessaquag River. Water's hot. Water's high 70s. So a lot of these fish, if you're a surf caster, You want to be there in the morning. You want to be there at night. Eels are the name of the game here right now. Fantastic. If you can bunk a chunk, if you're out on the boat or off the beach, this is that time where the fish are just kind of cruising along looking for something to eat because the water is like 72, 74 on the outside in the Long Island Sound. Of course, the deeper areas, it's going to be cooler, and that's why these larger fish that need more oxygen to survive are sitting deeper. Be careful if you're out there shell fishing, because I'm noticing on and off, we get a lot of people, they love going clamming, picking things, and the water's pretty good, but in the back of the harbors, I'm seeing some brown tides on and off. Depends on the wind. We get these nice south winds, pushes the water out, creates a much fresher atmosphere for our harbors and the back creeks. The tidal creeks are doing pretty good. No brown tide there, because they get such a good flow on the incoming and the outcoming. They get washed out very quickly. But you'll find in those areas where traditionally we'll have some of the larger fish sneak over at night are not really there. So you want to be more on the mouths of the harbors and out in the Sound or on the front. I hope you go out and have a fantastic weekend. It's coming up. Go out, enjoy yourself. And until next week, I bid you all peace and tight lines.
From the Fire Island area in Great South Bay, we have Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey, Matt. Fishing around Fire Island. Fluke fishing's tough. Best time is the top of the flood, start of the ebb, around the inlet area. And, the fish are there, but I don't know, for some reason, I think they're a little squirrely, whatever conditions, but the water looks not that good. Color-wise, whatever, we need a good east wind, bring some clean water in. Anyway, also there's a tuna bite offshore, out by, the Linda, the Virginia, bluefin and yellowfin mixed in. So there's some fish to be caught. It's a matter of getting out there and finding the right weather. So that's it. We'll talk to you next week.
From Lindenhurst, Vince from All Pro Tackle and Market.
We finally have consistent action here on the South Shore. Very excited, a lot of action, a lot of fun. The fluke bite inside is real good. Go really, really light if you can. Work a bucktail, work the high-low, work around bridges, and work around the shoals. You may not get a keeper on every drift, but they're there. Keep at it. The AB Reef, the McAllister, the Hempstead, the Fire Island Reef, all stacked up with fish right now. Nice fluke. Yes, there's a lot of shorts, but they're fun. They keep your line tight. You might run into a situation where that undercurrent is ripping. You can't stay down with 10 ounces. In those cases, I highly recommend go to a fluke spoon. It keeps the right presentation. It's a nice big profile, and that's how we got the bigger fish. So something you may want to consider if you're out there and you're just not holding bottom. You may want to switch over to a spoon. Not hearing much about striped bass here. Bluefish seems to be a morning and an evening bite. Sea bass, they're small on the inside. You're going to have to get to the outside. We found a few pieces, got a few keepers, but it was hard work. It really was. It wasn't, an easy bite by any means. The tuna, good bite. If you have the desire to go after tuna, now for the next probably 4 to 6 weeks is the time when you can get out there. I know that the conditions coming up in the next 6-7 days may not be best for everyone or for anyone, but they're out there. All the common spots are, I'm getting reports on fish, so that's the Bacardi, the Texas Tower, the Coimbra, around there. If you want to run a little deeper, they're off the canyons. So there is a bite of tuna, so you can get out there, you can have a good time. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that there is a cobia bite. I mean, I haven't gotten on a cobia, but it seems like everyone who's working those pods and putting the time in are hooking up with a cobia. So that's a fun, cool thing. Go light and go get some fun.
From Jones Beach Bait and Tackle and Captree Bait, Tackle and Fuel, Brendan Rutigliano.
Let's start off with Fire Island's cobia fishing. Multiple reports, one of them being Captree's king cod with a nice 30-pounder. We've also had a lot of luck in the inlet catching triggerfish on squid. Stop by the shop to stock up on some squid and get a really good triggerfish spot. Here's a picture of Captree's charter boat, the Eddie B, with a nice triggerfish and a sea bass. The Captain Gillen reports a steady pick of inshore, inlet, and bay fluke. Spearing and squid have been a great alternative to gulp, with the blowfish getting aggressive this time of year. Here's Bill, one of their customers, and his son aboard the Gillen with their catch. Sea bass and porgies have also been a staple for the last few weeks, and this week is no different, with anglers catching their limit around the pier, inlet, and local reefs. Come grab some of Captree's tackles, fresh clams to get an advantage. Great week at Jones Beach Pier and Inlet as well, along with the loads of triggerfish we've been catching, a few cobia, skates, stingrays, bluefish, striped bass, blowfish, and sea bass, just like Fire Island Inlet. The fluke have also finally arrived to the piers. Check out this picture of the three amigos, pro staffer John, who works Monday and Tuesdays at Jones Beach Bait and Tackle. His buddies TJ and Marty, they caught 5 keeper fluke and 1 nice weak fish on one of the days this week. If you listen to our staff, honestly, you really catch something. So we've also had a lot of insider tips. This is a great time of year to bring the kids down to Jones Beach Pier and to get them interested in fishing. It's easy and quick to catch our pier blowfish and sea bass. Lots of the small sea bass have to be released, but it's super fun, especially with kids. It keeps them interested. Stop by the shop 9 to 7 daily to learn more and catch a bucket full of blowfish.
From River Bay Outfitters with the Fly and Freshwater Report, we do have Paul McCain.
Hello, Matt. Well, this is another crazy week. We had like crazy weather, hot weather this past weekend. And now, today, it's beautiful. It's in the low 70s. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here today. But it's not going to stay. We're going to go back into the hot weather tomorrow, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a little bit on Sunday. Hopefully it'll cool down a little bit. But it is going to be a brutally hot week. And what that means is pretty much trout fishing is over until we get some cooler weather and some water. With the exception, you can go to the West Branch of the Delaware. You can go to the Farmington up in Connecticut. Those are tailwaters, and you can find fish there. You can also try the Croton system, but keep in mind, it is still, you got to take a temperature and stop at about 70. The Connecticut, it does get hot during the afternoon. Try to fish in the morning if you can. It has been a little bit on the slower side. Fish do become a little lethargic in that. But that's the bad news. The good news is the Housatonic, a phenomenal smallmouth stream, is in great shape. And I'm going to be running a trip this coming Monday, on Monday the 28th. And if you'd like to join us, just send me an email at paul@riverbrayoutfitters.com or call the shop, 516-415-7748. Phenomenal fishery for smallmouth. Great day. It includes lunch and everything. As far as the saltwater goes, well, I've been hearing that, talking my friend Mark Zadati, he's been out in Montauk and catching big stripers, fishing the deeper waters and the rips around Montauk and Block Island. It's not the easiest game in town, but there are big fish out there. And so I would recommend that you could try that. Best way to get into fish right now, hire a guide. That would be the best thing to do. And there are plenty of them around the water, all around the island. If you like, give me a call and I'll help you with that. As far as the fluke fishing goes, well, for me, I'm fluke fishing from the shore or from my kayak in 2 to 3 feet of water. And it is just a really, really, really fun time. I love targeting the fluke. And I'm using a fly called the Flounder Snack. But until bluefish are also around, so we have that. And the little snappers are starting to show up. Very small snappers, but in a few weeks, they're going to be big enough to target. So don't stay at home. Get outside. Tie lines the next week.
From the Huntington area, Captain Gaige.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here reporting to you from Huntington Harbor, where I fish 7 days a week for SandCityCharter.com. Guys, it has been an epic fishing season thus far. It's been incredible. Really has. We still have striped bass in our area. On Thursday, I'll show you the screen here. They were absolutely stacked up. I probably showed it to you in last week's video because I didn't get that video out until Friday based on timing of charters and getting back from the Montauk Canyon Challenge and editing stuff and doing all that. So I hope you enjoyed last week's special edition of Bay Rats and Buoys, the podcast. You could always get the video version over at SandCityCharter.com via our YouTube channel. You'll see it on Facebook in all the Facebook groups. Thanks again to all the admins. And you can also download or stream the audio version of the podcast wherever you get your podcast from. So, fishing's great in our area. If you guys want to get out with me and Corey, there's no better time to come out and have some fun with us. We're going to start sitting on the night chunk this week. That's how busy we've been with charters. We haven't even had a chance to get out there and chunk and live line at night. So if you want to come do that with us, it is no better time than right now. Water temperature is 76 degrees, and the bass don't know it because they're still here. So, if you want to catch some fish, let us know. Hit us up at SandCityCharter.com. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Nuno Decosta from Tyalurs Tackle up in Rye.
Hey guys, Nuno here from Tyalurs. Thanks for having us. Just getting back from an offshore trip. Decided to go east in search of some big guys. Anyway, we didn't find them. We did go far to the eastern canyons, but we loaded up on some mahi, so we saved the day. A lot of life out there, even though we didn't do well. The nearshore bite has been spectacular with the yellowfin and bluefin tuna, sometimes 10, 15, 20 miles out and stuff, guys. A lot of ways working. Trolling, jigging, and popping has been all spectacular, guys. So just go out there and be ready to do all that. And some guys on a night chunk have also done really, really well. As far as the inshore fishing, kind of remains the same, guys. A lot of the Sharpies are dialed in. They're waking up early. They're getting out 5 to 7 a.m. and they're dialed in and they're casting on them with the mojos, the jigs, flutter spoons, and catching them. And then the guys using some live bait have also been doing good during the day. Also, umbrellas are back to being hot, guys. The umbrellas, I guess these fish are on the move. We're spread out a little bit. The umbrellas have been red hot, guys. So fluke fishing remains decent with a bunch of keepers in the mix, and porgy fishing is okay for our local guys here. You know, we have all the worms, bait, clams, everything in stock for your inshore, everything for your offshore also, guys. Open 7 to 7 every day, guys. Come check us out, Tyalurs.com.
From Rockville Center, we have Rob Greco of the Long Island Outdoorsman.
Hello, fisherman readers. This is Robert from Long Island Outdoorsman giving you this week's fishing report, starting with inshore fluke report, solid. Peanut bunker reports, large spearing in the bay. Keeper ratio seems to be picking up a little bit. As far as the offshore report goes, still solid with cobia reports. Find the bunker, find the cobia pretty much. Hearing by the tankers, 60 feet, around that area. Guys are finding them. As far as tuna report goes, it's been hot. Same as last week and the week before. Bluefin, yellowfin, mahi, big eyes, pretty much everything's biting, swordfish. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Definitely a good time to get out there, blow off work, and go. All right. If you get the right weather, just go, because there's definitely tuna out there right now. And like I said last week, I was gonna do some crabbing with the kids, so we went to a local pier and we tried for blue claws. Unfortunately, we didn't get any keepers. It was mostly just small ones, but the kids had a ball. We ended up catching a bunch of blue claws, some green crabs. We got to talking about how, how to identify the males and the females, and the kids didn't care. They had a great time. But I am not done. I am going to finish this summer off with a nice bushel of blue claws one way or the other. I'm going to bounce around and try to find where some bigger ones are at, and I'll keep you guys posted. So anyway, thank you. Back to you guys.
From the western end of the island, we have Ryan, Charleston.
Thanks, Matt. Hey guys, Ryan here with your Western Long Island surf fishing report. Last couple weeks, the fluke bite has been pretty hot on the beaches if you have been able to avoid the weeds. Gulp on a jig head or bucktails with a teaser has been getting the job done. There are some keeper fluke coming up. You just have to get through the shorts and the robins. There's also been some sporadic bluefish blitzes happening on the sand and in the bays. Mostly cocktail-sized blues that have been coming up. Other than that, the summer doldrums are in full swing, guys. I will be checking back soon to report on anything notable happening in our area before the fall run commences. Until then, best of luck out there and tight lines. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Andre Montgomery.
Hey, thank you, Matt. Once again, guys, I'm in beautiful Florida. We out here catching peacock bass and cichlids. That's what we're doing. But the report that's being brought to you is from the Long Island Sound. Right now, you can get porgies, especially at night if you use shrimp. You can get you some nice, I'm talking about 2 to 3 pound porgies. You just got to get up in the rocks or the coral beds and you can get some porgies day and night right now. We catch a fluke, we catch a nice fluke over by 46. Over by the Anchorage buoy, you can get some nice fluke too right now. The bass, if you chum up the bass at night, you can get them by Fort Totten over here. And even in the bay right now, we're catching fluke too. So we're getting fluke, porgy, bass, and I haven't seen a bluefish, I don't know, in the past month. But right now, get yourself some 7 rigs and get out there and get those fluke and those porgies. Blackfish will be here before you know it. Back to you, Matt.
From Breezy Point, we have Calvin from Fishing the Atlantic.
All right, reporting live from our annual FTA fluke charter on the Gypsy. And right now we actually have an angler with a fish on. Let's see what it is. Frank, what do we got, Frank? All right, and there goes Jess. And all right, it looks like we have the right target species. We have looks like a short fluke, but yeah, everyone is out and fishing hard right now as we have some real nice prizes up for grabs for some lucky anglers that win. We have prize categories and a little bit of something for everyone to win. We got a small fish, smallest fluke category. We got the most keeper fluke category, and of course we got the biggest fluke category, which the biggest fish today will pay $4,250. And we got a Paul Marius rod up for grabs, as well as a Tyalurs tackle and modern craft rod. So plenty of good stuff, plenty of incentives. And again, we're actually at Rockaway Reef right now. We've actually got a keeper sea bass, and we got some more smaller sea bass. And what else is going on in our neck of the woods? We got some porgies coming into Jamaica Bay. So more porgies are entering the bay, should be filling up in the month of August, you know, and then going into September. So that should pick up. And what do we got? Looks like there's another angler with a fish on right now. So we'll see if he can, you know, win a prize or something. But that's what's going on this week. Back to you guys.
Remember to like our video, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see the latest content from the Fisherman magazine as soon as it comes out. And please be sure to support our correspondents by visiting their websites as well as their social media pages. So I haven't had a lobster roll yet this year, and I've been craving one, and Harbor Crab is known for theirs. It's coming out real shortly, and I can't wait to try it. Here it comes now. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. I've been looking forward to this all day. Let's try it out, see how it is. Guys, that is an amazing lobster roll. Exceeded expectations. Down here at the Harbor Crab, I highly suggest you come down here, and if you are craving a lobster roll, anything seafood, they have a ton of stuff. Got to come down here for dinner, whether it's by your boat or by your car. They can accommodate everybody. Also, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. The fishing has been phenomenal. Get out there and fish this weekend. We got some good weather coming up. Be sure to check out some of the events coming up. There's a big fluke tournament coming up, Bayshore Fish and Hunt. Fluke fishing has been hot. Get out there, send those pictures in, and we'll see you next week.